Hi, I'm Mike. Today we're brewing what's called Graff. We're going to do a 1 gallon kind of Graff kit. So what is Graff? Graff is a mix of cider and ale. To learn more about it, there's a really good brewing TV video on Graff. It'll explain kind of everything behind it. So this is just a video on making it and doing a taste test in a 1 gallon batch. So basically what we're using is, for the 1 gallon, we're going to use like 3 liters of apple cider. You should use 100% apple juice or apple cider. I made the mistake of buying this one, and it has some orange juice concentrate in it and some other things, but I'm kind of not going to waste it and go buy other stuff. I'm just going to try it and see how it works. You're also going to, the ale part of the cider is some crystal malt with some torrefied wheat to add some body. And we're also going to use some dry malt extract and a little bit of hops. So it's kind of like a hopped ale cider. So now we're going to steep our specialty grains, the crystal malt and the torrefied grains. We don't need to mash this. It's basically, we're just steeping it to get the flavors out of the grain. So probably let that sit for about 10 minutes and then we'll drain it out before we start to boil. So now we're going to add the dry malt extracts and we're going to bring it to a boil. So now we're going to add the hops and let it boil for 30 minutes. So now you want to sanitize everything that's going to touch the Graff. Using a no-rinse sanitizer, so you don't have to rinse it off. Also, this has cooled down a bit, our wort that we made from the ale. You don't have to let it cool down because you'll be putting enough apple juice in it that's going to cool it down. And then we'll just use a strainer because there's some hops in there that we want to avoid getting into the fermentation. Now we're going to add the apple juice. Just adding a bit into here to get some of the leftover wort. Now we're going to add the yeast. As you might have noticed online, there's a lot of people use the Nottingham or USO 5 yeast. We're using a Munich Danstar wheat beer yeast. Just like the other video I mentioned, we made a 1 gallon batch of Bavarian Weiss beer, and we only used half the yeast out of that. So instead of buying a new half the yeast, I'm kind of curious to see how this yeast will turn out. And let's give it a good shake to mix in the yeast and get a lot of oxygen into the wort. Now you just put your cap on, put a blow-off tube. You can put it in a dark place for about 2 weeks while it ferments, and you want the temperature to stay around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, and then you'll bottle.